I gotta learn how to make
Okay, you
videos.
know what? We're gonna end that. I don't know what's happening there. It's so weird. But welcome everybody. I was I've never seen. I hope that doesn't happen for the rest of the feed. I do have a backup for that. You know, I always have backup on backup. Oh, I do know what's happening. I do know what's happening. I do know what's happening. I had the live feed and I did not mute my live feed on YouTube in the background. So I will mute that now. I'm now muted myself. So sorry for that. You know what? You know what? Hey Europe, we will play that. That'll be the first song we play when we come on. But welcome everybody to the feed. Welcome Europe. Thanks for coming. I've gotten up a little bit earlier to see you all here. Let me see. You know, it was probably only playing twice for me too. I probably heard it. Come to think of it, so straight away, uh, it's not the most beautiful starting off of a live feed. But if that's the worst technical problem that happens for the whole night, I'm pretty excited about that. So um, as mentioned, this is the Europe feed. I've been getting a lot of calls for time friendly Europe session. We're going to talk to Scott Dunlap today, who's an ex music industry insider who is in charge of monetization and different things, was working with some well known artists, which won't really say who they are, but they are. And I think he retired in 2018, so I consider that recent industry knowledge. You know, just like the one we did in non Europe. Like in, I think it was good time for North America, and you know, pretty much for me in Australia as well. But now for your times, you guys were asking for it. I love, so like a lot of the submissions that are coming through from Europe over the time I've been doing my grabbing of all AI music. So Scott, welcome. Do you want to just do another quick interview about who you are and what your skill base is and how you love the community and all that stuff?
Oh, sure, sure. Oh God, I am so excited to be here on this show. I wanted to do a show for the UK for a long time now. Matt, I know Matt said one time in one of his videos, in Boston, everybody's Irish. Well, here in the United States, if you got a drop of Scottish blood in you, you're a Highlander. And my ancestry is Scottish. It's well documented. So, um, anyway, I feel a little kinship with the people here. I'm happy to be here. I worked in the music industry. I worked for Warner Brothers, Warner Electra Atlantic, Capitol Records, EMI, and Universal Music, as well as 20th Century Fox in my career. I left LA about 2018, 2017, right on the border there. And so I worked in digital music when digital was just developing, coming out. I worked on a lot of the deal structures. I worked with entertainment lawyers, business development people, and so I have a little bit of experience. And I can't get you signed to anybody. That's my constant disclaimer. I've tried to get people signed over the years. It just doesn't happen as easily as you would expect. But I'm just happy to be here and share what knowledge I have. This is a great community. I love being included. I was just telling Matt, the he's got a whole group of people here that are exceptional with what they do, and I'm happy to be included with, Zanzibar and Cyberzen and Slayer and Timu and all these people. So just
We'll
again, just
just
happy to be here
clarify
and share
Temoth.
what I can. Timu,
T-
Timu. Oh God.
Timu's where I get my things from my background.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I shorten names sometimes. I don't mean
That's right.
to.
Um, yeah, so I'll mention as well. There should be in the description a link to submit your songs. We're doing a little bit different on the spinning wheel. Temoth has worked on developing an app where you can actually submit your songs. I can approve them all, and there's a really cool way to do it. That way, SHS Slayer doesn't have to manually put them in. Let me just ask you a question on being signed, because last time you sort of went through oh, sorry, and I will play your songs. We'll stop every once in a while. Also, let me just mention that there are going to be ads in here. I think I set them for every 18 minutes or every 24 minutes, and they're going to be randomly played. So just bear with me. It's just to make a little bit of money. The channel does cost a shit ton of money to run, more than you'd probably think that it does. And I just try to make a little bit of that back to eat into it. So I can continue doing this indefinitely, forever, for a million years is what my goal is. Cool. So yeah, if you want to submit your songs, it's in the description. Now, last time I think you talked a lot. You can't get people signed, but you did talk a little bit about the process of how people can get their stuff in front of people, and no guarantee to be signed, but you did. And this is one of the reasons, besides you being an awesome dude and being into the community and doing your own music and stuff, a good value of you being here is you have real world stories about how people get stuff in front of people, and the grind that it takes to get there. Talk a little bit about that, because I do find that interesting.
Sure. I mean, you have to get your stuff out there, and you have to. It's a grind. It takes it can take years to get noticed. Some of these people, like there's a country artist that I met at a new artist showcase. It was like 15 years ago, when he had just been signed with EMI and Capitol Records. And I just the other day I saw an advertisement for him on TV. He's getting finally a big name tour. I thought, wow, it really takes years to grind it out and to get to get where you want to be, or to get to to that type of notoriety. See, put your stuff on YouTube, Instagram, social media. Those get watched really closely. Uh, they look for followers. They look for views. You can get approached by A&R reps, or artists and repertoire. Mostly, a lot of what they're looking for, an AR rep will manage your career with the record label. As a songwriter, in this kind of space, they would be looking for you to produce songs that they could take to producers that are producing for somebody who's more well known, or somebody who's looking for a song. There's also mailing lists you can get on with producers. You can reach out to producers directly, and that's for mostly for songwriting. And then if you can perform, or make AI music like we do, and an AI video to go with it, or something to they'll look for those songs too. I really think that AI, it's a tool, and it's going to be the next evolution of music. When digital came out, the record labels didn't plan properly. They thought, well, people aren't going to want to listen to music through two tin cans, referring to tin cans as being like headphones, and they didn't take it seriously. But yet, you look at, here we are, where we're digital music streaming, and that has surpassed uh, sales of CDs. A lot of stores don't even sell CDs anymore. You can't, you just don't see them in the Best Buy or the Walmart and things like that. So it's the AI revolution is coming, and get your stuff out there, and get yourself noticed by putting out good music, and develop a fan base, and people will see you.
Yeah, I love that. So basically, work really hard,
Yeah,
and you
yeah.
got
I
to
mean,
come in at a lot of different angles, really.
yep, yeah. You got to learn the basics. Understand. What having a bridge adds more emotion to a song. Things like that. Different keys and different feelings. Learn the basics of songwriting. Learn perfect those skills, and then once you perfect those skills, then take it outside the box. Take it a little further. See what else you can do with that. They're gonna look to make sure that that you know what you're talking about, before they hire you as an experimental artist or something, or something new. They want to see that you already have those skills.
Yeah.
You look at a painter like Picasso, and he developed Cubism and that. But before he was came out with that style of he beautiful portraits and things that were not in that side, just classically created art. So learn the basics, learn the skills, know it inside out, and then take it a step further and come up with something new.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. And also like I I was gonna say don't be discouraged, but I think even the ones that are successful, like mega successful, probably Taylor Swift was feeling discouraged at times. So that's I'd assume that goes yeah, so DAMP, why don't you shout out in the comments everybody where in Europe you guys are coming from, because I'm really curious to see where you guys are from. The chat's going a little bit cold at the moment, which to me, like, probably at least half the reason I want to do these is because you guys go off on the chat and then end up working with each other. And there's been collaborations that sort of happened. So besides the content itself, Netherlands, England,
Nice.
Germans, there's a Mark Ryder product, dude. Like I get so excited when I see like people that I know coming in and consistently showing up. It's pretty cool when you like put some content together and there's some people that connect with you. And there's definitely people that connect with you too, because there's people that ask me in the emails about you specifically, what you think about things. And basically Scott's now part of this team. Everyone is watching the Suno song contest. Bit unfortunate timing. Yes, that's true. And I will be tuning into that Suno song competition later. So they wanted me to.
What is that? I haven't heard about that.
So there's something been going on for Florida. Yeah, there's Czech Republic. Wow, that's interesting too. There's something been going on for a couple months. There's a song competition with people Suno songs. So yeah, I'll be tuning in and commenting on that a little bit later.
Nice.
But yeah, it's unfortunate with the timing. Maybe we can do a little bit better with the Europe timing here. Cool. USA, Michigan. That's a weird part of Europe. So I actually want to get into Europe. We'll talk about Eurovision a little bit later, but what I want to do is because I really love. We'll talk about that later. Are you aware of Eurovision at all, Scott?
I've heard of Eurovision. Yeah,
dude, is the coolest thing. I want to figure out how to play a song here. Man, I hope I forget how to get in here and actually play the song, but anyway, let's go. We'll go screen. We'll go down to this, and I'm going to select all. We only have 14 songs approved so far. I'm going to select the 14. All right, guys, we're gonna come in here. Game view. Submissions. Manage. I wish Teamuth was here. Roulette. No unplayed songs available. Game mode settings. Let's see here. So I wonder if he set it up. Music player. Submissions. So the submissions are there. I don't know where the spinny wheel thing is, though. I don't think it's roulette. So I'm just trying to figure out this thing here. Let me just see if anybody in the
Vitara
chat
says Teamuth is here.
Oh, Teamuth is here. Okay, cool. I'm going to get on the Discord and see if Teamuth can help me a little bit here. So, have you watched Eurovision at all?
I have not, no.
Dude, Dude, like I never heard of Eurovision before. And the first time I saw it was maybe 16, 17 years ago. I'm here in Australia, and Australia is obviously not part of Europe, but since then Europe sort of become, or Australia started to become an honorary vision on Eurovision, honorary member on Eurovision, so we get our submissions. But it's like this song competition, and shit is awesome and freaking weird at the same time. It's not stuff that I think you would call commercially that they would go through. Although people have had huge success with it, like ABBA is most famously through Eurovision. Okay, here's Teamuth. Go to the Manage tab and make sure the songs are approved. Yes, they are approved. And then go to Roulette. It is Roulette. I was totally doubting myself. Roulette. Okay. Manage. Roulette. Updating game mode. No unplayed songs. There's no spinning wheel, though. Select all of 14 songs. Approve. Yes. They're all approved. It's not there. It's not there. And then go to Roulette, which I have. Go to Roulette. Yep, Roulette.
David says he thinks you only approved 14 songs and he sees 24.
Huh. Weird.
X Blue says some are missing. So.
Okay. I'll go to your sessions. Okay, yeah, I see 25 songs. Okay, maybe I'm in the wrong one. View session.
Senzu says refresh, F5.
Submissions. Okay. Go to manage. Why do I only see 14 still, but when I go out and it shows me the thing, it says 25. Okay, submissions 25. Submissions. Oh, no, I'm not signed in. This is live. This is like live music, man. I love the ugliness of live things. I don't like it when it's me though. Profile. 25. Okay, yep, it's showing 25 songs.
Cool.
View session. Manage. Oh, I see the spinning wheel now. It's there.
The wheel of awesome.
Pending approval. All right. Yes, there's definitely more songs there. This is definitely the right one. AI submissions live with X Universal Insider, Scott Dunlap, EU edition. Hopefully we're all on the same one. And I'm going to approve this one. All right. Oh, geez. Whew. Okay. All right. We're going to go back here. The wheel looks a little bit different too. Okay, cool. Everything looks a little bit different. That's awesome. Browser view. Here we go. This looks very Eurovisioning already. Here we go.
Pretend that we're the
Cool. That was Vitara. Is Vitara in the chat at the moment, or was this one that was submitted early? Have I seen Vitara chatting at all? I haven't seen. No, there's nothing sort of mentioned. So I'm wondering where it's from.
I like that.
Yeah.
You know, the music was consistent, and it hit high points. You know, you get emotionally involved in the when it starts to pick up a little bit. The lyrics, I don't know if anybody's paying attention to the lyrics. The lyrics are really good. There's some depth in the lyrics. You start to think about some of the things, you know, lives on sticks and being puppets, and but not knowing the workings behind the curtain. Again, exceptional lyrics, and I like the video. I like that you put the lyrics on the video. Again, it you know, sometimes if a word that's sung is not so clear, but when you see the word and it gives the lyrics an extra punch, you know, you get you thinking a little bit more. So, excellent job, excellent.
Yeah, there's a couple things. For one thing, Vitara, I asked Vitara in the chat where Vitara is from, Texas, and we'll just say Paris, Texas, and that way we can keep it in theme. I'm sure like, but yeah, it's interesting what you say about the lyrics too. I just did an interview, pending I think next week. So September, I want to have a month of females in AI music. So all my pre-recorded interviews are going to be with women. I wanted to do a focus on that because it's actually very hard to get women interviewed. Like you wouldn't believe how hard it is. But someone that I interviewed, Meg, mentioned specifically that for some reason, and she's been studying music. She's been music. Her children went to Nashville and went to a music school, and she's been studying music her whole life. And one of the things that she's learned recently through one of the courses she's taking is apparently men are all about the melody and the music, and they like we don't as easily understand lyrics or pick up what the lyrics are. And the women, it's like swapped for some reason. And obviously, like, that's a generalization, but as a rule of thumb, when people are designing things, that's the case. So in which case, if you're putting lyrics up on the screen, it appeals to everybody, right? Especially in a visual thing like YouTube. Like, and it's true. Like I'll use the example in the interview with my daughter. She picks up she picks up everything. Like she's really good with that sort of stuff. But you can pretty much play any song from the 1950s up until now, and she knows all the words to it. And I'm not even freaking joking. Where I just like tap my beat and like I have no idea what the words are. But when it comes up on screen, I guess it helps you totally be in that song itself. You can get the meaning of it. You can get the melody. You don't have to work too hard to pick that stuff up.
Yeah. Mark Ryder was saying he excessively uses words like whispers, echoes, neon lights, and city lights.
Yeah. So
Like,
I don't know.
good one, Mark.
I don't know if that's a bit of a joke. That might be tongue in cheek because
I think so.
yeah. So if anybody doesn't know right now, the conversation around everywhere is how ChatGPT constantly uses those words. I hope he's being tongue in cheek, because otherwise I'll be having a bit of a crack at his stuff. But how AI is constantly putting those words in everybody's lyrics. That's pretty good. Mark, so far, that's the funniest thing that I've read in the chat today. So awesome. Nice.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'm gonna do a song that's like shadows of neon city lights.
You know, when I started out, when I started out, I don't know why this hasn't been mentioned. All my AI lyric songs were ending with, so here's to the guy that something, right? And like they're constantly going, so here's to the guy. I haven't seen that in other people's songs, but like all my songs were going that way. And I had to say to ChatGPT, if you help me ever with any lyrics, do not ever put this in the song. And I guess neon lights and everything's got to go in there too, but I haven't seen it coming up as much as other people have.
Yeah. Zanzibar's in the chat. Hi, Zanzibar.
Saw that. Zanzibar.
Yeah. There is a show tomorrow night, I believe, right, Matt?
Yeah.
this is our UK show now.
Yeah,
And
sorry, Zanzibar. There is another one scheduled for tomorrow with Dom Ferraro from the AI Music Society. But I wanted to make sure that I did a show specifically for the European time slot because in the last ones, people have been saying they're up at like 3 in the morning trying to watch the broadcast, and I didn't want people to miss out on Scott and have the opportunity to ask Scott questions specifically, around industry stuff because I know Scott's a valuable person to have. And anybody that I can sort of grab onto that could be a value to the community that has actual experience. And I've been trying to get someone in marketing, like someone that's literally in online marketing, to sort of come along and help too. I'd love to talk to someone with that. So, Zanzibar asked, I thought it was on Sunday too. Still is. Cool. Yeah, I really want to talk about Eurovision right now. I really want to talk about it. So I was talking about my experience with Eurovision. One of the like when I was in a small town, I grew up in a small town in Massachusetts. I didn't have a lot of exposure to the outside world. Didn't really know a lot of people. Moved to Australia 25 years ago, and like in America, we so we're very multicultural and stuff like that. But when you move to Melbourne, Australia, like you're really dipped in it. Like a lot of people here, like English really is their second language, and it's all kinds of culture and stuff here. It stuff. A lot of stuff has changed. In the last 25 years, but you're really exposed to stuff. And they have this like channel that everybody sort of used to watch back then called SBS. It's like we'll just call it like government public funded channel. And a lot of this stuff is like foreign language stuff. So you can come here, watch SBS, you can watch it in Italian, you watch it in, everything. Greek, there's a lot of Greek community here. But anyway, sort of a couple years went by and someone flicked on Eurovision. Like, what the frig is this? Like, this is awesome. It is weird and beautiful at the same time. And I just couldn't. It was like watching a train wreck, but everybody in the train wreck was enjoying the train wreck. Like it was like messy and beautiful and awesome at the same time. And it is one of my favorite things. So it's like one of the things, and if you're in Europe and you think I'm getting anything wrong in my description of Eurovision, you go ahead and say, Matt, you stupid American Australian, you don't know what you're talking about. But it's kind of like the musicians that go on there, they compete for their country to win that year, and then the following year, whatever country wins hosts this Eurovision. It's like the Olympics, except it happens every year, right? And they make songs mostly in English because English songs win, but it's not always their native song. And a lot of times, like it's a little bit clunky and not perfect the way that if you're in a foreign, except Exploitation totally breaks the rule on this. But they do lyrics that are in English, but it doesn't translate well from whatever native language they do. But somehow that becomes the beauty of it, the weirdness of the way the language crosses over and how you puts the music and the choreography and stuff. Dude, if you have a chance, I don't know if it's possible to watch Eurovision live on TV in the US, but like watch it on YouTube or stuff. Just go down the funnel of watching Eurovision and you'll be a different person. It is incredible. And I'm hoping we get some of those songs through here. X-Blue touches on it a little bit, like you could feel a little bit of European something in the stuff that he does. I'm hoping, Giorgio Ross saying English used more for exposure. That's right. So it appeals to a wider audience. So guys, if I can have done anything for you tonight besides bringing Scott in, and if you don't know, yes, there's a Will Ferrell movie. Sorry, I'll talk about that too. Will Ferrell did a movie on it, and I remember watching his interview afterwards. So he did a movie about Eurovision where he's from Iceland, right? And it's such a good movie. It's such an unknown movie for the masses of people in America, because people aren't as aware of Eurovision. He plays an Icelandic that grew up, in his native thing, and nobody in Iceland thinks that he's ever going to succeed. And they're doing these all the way through it. I don't know how they managed to make very Eurovision-y type songs. He's an American guy, and he's singing this stuff as if English is his second language. And anyway, it's beautiful. It's a great one. You guys go watch Eurovision. It's on Eurovision Song Competition. It's on Netflix. But he's being interviewed. He had the same exact experience as me. Like, he was in Europe with his European family. Like, oh, do you want to watch Eurovision? He's like, what's that? And he's like, what the frig am I watching? And apparently, like, it was like they're on stage and the guy's running in a hamster wheel. He's just running in a hamster wheel. This is kind of typical of Eurovision. And he's like, they gave no context as to why he was running in a hamster wheel. And so he put that in the movie, like he was doing it. It's such a good thing. Anyway, I'll get you to watch that stuff after, but that's what I'm hoping to sort of see here. Let me see some comments about Eurovision here. Anyway, off to the party.
Yeah, I remember the Will Ferrell movie. It was a blast.
Yeah,
not one of his more well known ones, but it was, it's always funny. So.
I want to come across more.
Definitely checking out the, yeah.
So Explodivision wants to come off more as American-like, but I like his little bit of European vibe. I think you picked up on it last time when we played one of his songs that he's straight away that he's got like a European sort of vibe on his stuff.
Definite European vibe. Yeah.
I like it. I like the stuff, and I want to see some weirder shit, and that seems to be the stuff that I like to gravitate towards when I'm going through my. I love to hear people's personal stories, and straight away I go, okay, but when it's a little bit weird, I love to feature those. I go, I can't wait to see what people think about this song, right?
The giant hamster wheel just sounds hilarious.
Yeah, so I like the context stuff. The funny thing that he put context to in that interview, like that's so it's in there because there's no context to it. So he thought it was funny. He thought he'd add it, right? And there was a whole bunch of stuff around that. Cool. I'm just checking the chat here. Apparently I'm talking too fast because someone wants to go get a beer, and it's pretty late at night. But whatever. Europe, am I right? Mark Ryder, no, I haven't played your song yet. Last one was kind of bland though. God, I love when Finland won with Lordy, Hard Rock, Hallelujah, or how it's spelled. Perfect, exactly. I don't know how Hallelujah is spelled, but I know what you're saying, Damn. You have to make a full evening of it. Food, drink, dressing up. Just yes, Alice Tanner music totally talks about the context. If you're watching Eurovision in Australia, you have Eurovision parties, and I'm assuming it's the same in Europe. You just get dressed up and you do some funky stuff, man. Like I said, it's the Olympics, but it's the weird Olympics, and it's fun. It's just a fun competition. I love it. I think in COVID, it was canceled that year. It was like the saddest year ever because of that. Not because of COVID, wow. Because Eurovision was canceled. Anyway, what I might do is an attempt to do the wheel again. Let me just bring it over here. I'll just go here, and I'll just go see. Make sure all the songs are approved. Manage. It's in there. Oh, yeah, that's right. I have to refresh. Team is watching me going, geez, man. How dumb are you? I showed you how to do all this stuff. All approved. Submissions. Oh. Toggle submissions. I don't want them to be closed. Open. Open. Yeah, okay. Okay. Approved songs. Huh. I'm wondering why. Submissions. Yeah, there's more than 14 there. All right, we got the wheel. Let me see in the chat here. Cool. Let's see if there's anybody saying blame the bunnies. Supervision. Blame the bunnies. Cool. I'm gonna spin this wheel and play a song. All right. Zanzibar. Trace. Oh, DMP. I know DAMP is here. Cool.
I thought that part of me was gone, but something changed, and they lit the flame again. I spent years in the dark, no rhythm, no rhyme. Thought I left it behind, that creative mind. Pages blank and the spark ran cold. Used to write like I breathed, but I lost that soul. Wasn't chasing a dream, just trying to feel something real, something that could help me heal. Then I stumbled on light, not fame, not trends, but people creating just to lift their friends. It wasn't loud, it wasn't fake. It was humble, honest, and worth the wait. And through their craft, their courage, their art, I found a way back to my heart. They lit the flame I thought was gone. They pulled me back when I came undone. They didn't know, but they helped me see a better version of who I could be. They never asked for thanks, they just gave. Kept building, kept sharing, kept showing the way. And through every beat, every word, every line, I found pieces of the self I left behind. It wasn't about cloud, it was love in disguise. A quiet force, lifting others to rise. Not teachers, not preachers, just artists raw, doing what they do when I felt it all. Professor Jacket, Terrible Edge, Aiden Yagu, KP, DM Graphs and Zanzibar. OK Company, Micro Snail, Alpha Guru, Frost Fantasi. They all gave me the spark, each one a legend in their own right. Even if we barely spoke, their presence changed my life. They helped me feel again, create again, believe again. And for that, I'm forever grateful. They lit the flame I thought was gone. They pulled me back when I came undone. They didn't know, but they helped me see a better version of who I could be. Chasing stages or shining lights, I just needed to feel like I still could write, and now I do. And I owe the truth to the ones who helped me reclaim my youth. Every name in that list holds weight, not for clout but for what they create. They gave without asking, still without pride, and helped me find the fire I thought had died. I lit the flame I thought was gone. They pulled me back when I came undone. They didn't know, but they helped me see a better version of who I could be. Professor Jacket, Terrible Edge, Aiden Yaga, KPDM, Graphs, Zanzibar, OK Company, Macross Snail, Alpha Guru, Frost Fantasi. They all gave me the spark. Some of you I barely spoke to. Some of you I've learned from in silence. But each of you, through what you made, what you shared, you helped me remember who I was. You helped me believe again. You gave me back something I thought was lost forever. So from the heart, thank you for inspiring me.
Dude. Oh man. Like honestly,
That was the shit. I mean, I mean, not even getting into the lyrics yet. I mean, the way the song started out, it's just with the piano melody,
mm,
the rapping, and then it builds and it builds, and the singing, the chorus, and then you get into the lyrics, and you start to recognize names and people, and that are in this community, and you pick up on the emotion. Just yeah, it's I got goosebumps. What can I say?
I like this kind of hip hop. Anyway, like anybody that knows that I've talked before, there's two genres that I've struggled with in the past, but this sort of process and being part of this has helped me recognize what in those genres I do like. Country and hip hop are two that I've struggled with in the past, but there are now types of country and types of hip hop that I like. And when this was in this one where it's like where it's not hard hitting, it's more emotional, and the beats are sort of emotional. It hit in a part a couple minutes in, I'm like, dude, and I sort of settled in, right? Because it got doom, like it sort of hit, and I sort of felt it. That was before the lyrics came in. And again, if anybody sort of knows like what I like and what I like about the community is the way that AI music has connected people to the music when they've sort of been disconnected in the past, and people using other people and getting to know other people in the community and appreciating other people in the community. This could actually be like one of my favorite songs right now because everything hit. And that's weird because it's a hip hop song, which isn't my jam, right? So I'm going to have this played. I don't know if this is on Spotify or whatever, but I'll probably play this one. And like I'm holding back my feelings right now for it because I have to basically hold it back. But my hope for this community is that everybody feels this way, and to see it play out. And like I said in the chat, kind of in a jokingly, this wheel is sentient, man. So I don't know if Sinsu and Temoth somehow programmed in a life force, but the wheel seems to pick things other than at random. So
Yeah, that song would be great to to play out at the end of a video or an interview. It's just yeah, it's brilliant, and I'm with you. I'm not a huge fan of rap or hip hop. I do appreciate it, and there's artists and songs I love. That was perfect. I just yeah, I appreciate that, and even the video was good. One of the things
mm,
I've learned from watching Zanzibar, and I've watched a couple of his tutorials on videos, and you'll see visualizers more than once, right? That and it adds to it. There were two visualizers. You see and then there's a one in white below it, and I don't know but it just the action attracts you to the video as well and draws you in. So again, even the video was good. So
yeah,
well
I
done.
think everything was sort of spot on, perfect there. Yeah, I don't know what more to say about that. I think the chat is pretty much fired up about it. Well, and if it couldn't have been any, if it couldn't have been, ooh, oh no, can I undo that? Undo. There we go. Cool. If it could not have been any more perfect, Damp is from Sweden, so that just aligns. It just aligns. So shout out to Sweden out there and Paris, France, so far for your contributions. Sorry, Paris, Texas, for your contributions. So, yeah, that's just awesome. Let's see what's going on in the chat. What are people talking about in the chat? Act 2, no cling. Paste your link to your channel. So, your song submissions are going to be in. If you check the description, there's a link that you can check. Come on, man, what's going on here? Yes, I want to get that out of there. So I'm just going to go here to manage, and I'm going to refresh. What's going on here? See if there's any more submissions. I can't see any more submissions, but there must be submissions here. Submissions and manage. Am I not logged in under my own profile? Maybe I'm not logged into my own account. No, I am. Yeah, it says 31 songs. Use session. I approve. Thank you, Sensu. I appreciate that. Sensu approved them for me. Cool. Excellent. So let's just talk about the commercial viability of that, because that's an interesting thing to me, because I don't think everything has to be commercial. I don't think outside of this community you couldn't necessarily sell that, because nobody knows who all those people are, right?
Mm-hmm. Right. But inside the community, it builds your reputation.
Yeah.
And it shows that you're a team player. Like I said, I think I said one of the earlier shows we did, somebody was asking me something about what, if I get signed or something like this. Like my advice was, don't be an asshole,
Yeah.
And I'm sorry for my language. It's how I talk, but shout outs like this and recognizing the people that helped you. I mean, that's awesome. Show a little bit of humility, and you're willing to learn. And that goes a long way in the industry. I mean, they don't, nobody in the industry wants to work with someone who's a jerk, honestly. Yeah. And they will if you can make them a lot of money. But in the beginning, when you're starting out, no, you get a bad reputation right from the beginning, and it will follow you. So
the being a jerk comes later when you have FU money, right?
Exactly.
That's what they say. Like, there's no point in having FU money if you don't say FU every once in a while, but you don't just walk through the door getting that. But that being said, like we talked last time, and we might be, for some people that aren't in Europe that watched the last one that was with Scott, it might be covering a bit of ground, but if I found it interesting, you do get an opportunity at some point, and you might feel like you have no leverage whatsoever and you have to cave in. I won't read any contract that's put in front of my face and I'll just sign it. What's your advice around that? Someone you do get approached, right? And
yep.
And I know, we had Cyberpunk Yard Dog on as an interview, and he very much was just like, I don't want to rock the boat too much. I got these opportunities, and it's good. I guess that's his approach. He was testing the waters. What does it look like when you get a little bit of an opportunity? Someone knocks on your, and it's going to happen to someone in this community. Mm-hmm. One of my disappointments is the people that are making it big mostly haven't been from the community. It's been like one of three, maybe two of four actually. Someone else has like a Hollywood contract that's up on there right now. So 50%, that's a good strike rate that I know of within the community. Mm-hmm. So it's going to happen. People are going to be seen and noticed, and someone's going to knock on your door.
Yep. Yeah, whatever you want, whatever you do, you want to get it in writing, because if it's not in writing, it didn't happen. Okay. And then when you get a contract, get an entertainment attorney. You top entertainment attorney, whatever her name is. I don't know if I go to her or not, but she's in the business. But find an entertainment attorney to read through the contract, and make sure that there's and that's perfectly reasonable. Nobody's going to expect you to sign a contract without reading it first. The idea of, hey, here's your contract, you have 15 minutes to sign it or it's null and void, that doesn't really exist. I mean, if they want you, they'll give you the time to make sure that everything's correct. So get an entertainment attorney, have them read through the contract, and make sure they explain it to you in language that you can understand, what rights you're retaining, what rights you're giving up. And then even follow up after you have the contract, you have audit rights and things like that. So go back and have use the rights that you have in your contract. And if you do it properly and according to the way everything's lined out, then nobody's going to have a problem with it. But it is, I believe it's important to have somebody else besides yourself just read that contract, because you're going to be so excited about being signed that you're going to want to jump on it immediately. And, so get some assistance. It's okay to push back a little bit. Don't ask for anything outrageous at the beginning. But do get your foot in the door.
So I guess so you can tell me there, because I've only really dealt with contracts as a consultant in a business I've owned, when consulting, much larger companies when it comes to IT security, right? Like my business was small fish dealing with enterprise companies, but it's the same, right? Like, I think that it's probably the same. And I've had business partners going, "Oh, you don't want to push back on the contract at all because they're just going to go to somebody else." But it didn't make sense to me at the time, and I'd imagine it's the same with them, right? Like I'd imagine that it's similar. Like they have a standard contract that that their internal lawyers at whatever record company or distributor or whatever go, here you go, and their assumption is that you're going to basically pick up little things with you're going to give it to your lawyer, and your lawyer is going to go like, oh, look, these are non-standard clauses, you just need to change this little wording a little bit. If you go back and don't change anything, I'd assume that they would think that's like, who's this guy, and like
Yeah,
you know
they're going to think you're a pushover. They'll take advantage of you in the future.
yeah
But keep in mind that you can push back a little bit, especially even in the beginning.
But it's not you, right? Like if you're engaging someone to look at that contract, that pushback happens directly from the person you're, and they'll have that conversation. So you don't even have to feel like you're being done over. Right? That's my experience. Like I'm asking, right?
No, that's the honest truth. You're going to have your lawyer to deal with that with you, or your agent, or your agent's lawyer, whoever, you can't push it back. They've come to you for a reason, because you have something that they don't, and they want what you have. So it's don't ask for the moon, but you could tweak things here and there. And there's a lot of things that are pretty standard in a contract. That to audit rights, especially, or they'll give you, you have the right to do an audit 3 times a year or something, where they'll show you where all your money's coming from, where your, the streams, how it all was accounted for, things like that. So,
yeah. And when we're big time successful, we don't even manage that. So we'll just sit there on the computers making our stuff, and then we can let our attorneys and we have a marketing guy. They can look at all the stream revenue, but know your stuff, right? Don't be like a Shohei Ohtani that has your guys gambling all your money away, and then you get in trouble for it.
Oh, you just had to bring up the Dodgers.
But what was he with the Dodgers at the time? No, he was with the Angels at the time. So
supposedly his translator was doing the job.
Yeah, well, we can have that conversation separately, but it makes total sense. Like, yeah, we'll talk about that separately. But anyway, don't be a Shohei Ohtani and letting someone handle everything. At least be across your stuff. That's a bit of advice, right? Like I know plenty of people in business that have let everybody that's handling their stuff do everything because that's not their specialty, and that's what you should do, because you're not a specialty lawyer, you're not an accountant, you're not all this stuff, but you should be across things anyway. You should be at least aware and double check.
You got to be aware. Yeah, I mean, you're the artist, and your job is to create. And you are a business, and you need to be aware of your business. But just like in any business, certain people have certain roles, and your business of being an artist is to create, and you have agents, managers, and things like that. Make sure you know what they're doing, but let them do their jobs as well, and you can focus on the creation.
And so one of the things I love about this particular live show is that there's zero pressure, and I'll tell you what I mean. We sit here and we talk about these topics, and you're giving really good information. But if you look at the chat, it has a life of its own. Like I could literally be reciting Dr. Seuss lyrics, and that information, and what's happening in the chat is going to continue to happen in the chat, and that's awesome. I guess some people are going to pick up on the totally awesome tidbits that we have here too, but no pressure. It's awesome.
No pressure.
People just talking. Hey man, how you going?
It's okay to disagree with me. I mean, I'm happy to I'm happy to discuss anything. I know there was a comment on one of your videos, and Phoenix and I were kind of going back and forth a little bit. I appreciate what Phoenix is saying. I do 100%. I just had a little different perspective on it myself. So,
bearing in mind,
this community is so great.
Phoenix is gonna Phoenix is going to pretty much disagree on everything to a degree. So,
But everybody's great. I mean, it's like it's not attitude. It's not a bunch of trolls in here. I mean, these are all the people that are part of this community that are following your videos are people who are generally interested in in creating and have and then having a good time with it too. I think.
yeah,
So.
I love it. I wake up every day, every single day, thinking how lucky I am that the people that are coming and joining the sessions and watch the videos and leave comments and connect to each other. Yeah, it's a pretty special thing to have, and I love it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a bit of an intent around bringing people like that in where, and I was thinking this morning, like there's starting to be a little bit of a thing with me and Top Music Attorney as far as her audience sort of, because I've mentioned her a few times and how I don't sometimes particularly am not fond of the way that she markets her stuff. And a few of her like that. And I want to make it clear, like a lot of her content is valuable, but I think some of her content is there just for entertainment. And it's difficult for people that are watching a lot of content to filter out what's what. And I look at it and I go, geez, like I feel like this is just grabbing views at the moment. So I don't dislike her. There's a lot of stuff that's in there, but my worry sometimes is that like her like really strong supporters are going to start coming into this community, flooding it with negative stuff. So I try to be honest about my feelings about stuff, but I'm not trying to gain an audience out of pissing people off and bring them over here and being disruptive. I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to be very careful with bringing people here that are supporting each other, supporting me, trying to grow in their own ways, using music in the way that they're using music. So I hope we maintain that audience that you're talking about, where everybody's and then we end up like songs like we just heard, and everybody's thankful,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you and I have chatted about her, and I would like to, like I said, I'd like to talk to her, and not as a debate or anything like that, but just to get her perspectives on some of the things, because some stuff has changed since I was in the music industry.
Yeah.
And she does have a a good finger on the pulse of things, but a little sensationalist maybe, yeah. But
Alice Tanner Music says she's a self-centered social antagonist.
Okay.
Not my words. Like I appreciate her hustle. Like I like it that I go, man, that she's obviously a super hard worker, and she's on the top of her game in a lot of different things. But yeah, there's some things I don't particularly like. But anyway, we'll move on from that. Like you said, I would like to have a conversation with her. I wouldn't debate her. Like music law isn't my field. It's something I have an interest in, and I like to dabble around with it and play with hypotheticals. But it's an interesting thing. I would like to have her at one point when, I'm a blip, not even a blip on her radar until I get like 8 trillion followers. And then she might take an interest in having a conversation with me. But I wouldn't debate her. I'd ask her some serious questions about what she thinks about stuff. But I would like to debate her on, the legitimacy of AI music. That's something that I think we could basically debate on. But, she'd probably eat me alive as well in regards to that because, she's a lawyer.
Yep, absolutely, she'd own me.
Yeah. So do we want to hear another song? I won't play another song unless
I'm ready. Let's go.
Are you ready? Are you ready? I'd love to get some European stuff. I'd love to see some people running on a spinning wheel. Rick Beato's videos, yeah, Timothy, yeah. I get Rick Beato stuff all the time. Like Rick Beato's another one. Like you go like, dude, that guy is righteous and really good. Then you watch another one. You go, dude, the guy just complains about everything. Then you watch another one. You go, actually, he's quite fair about stuff. Like I don't know. Maybe he's human. I don't know. Let's see. Let's see here. Sensu, do you mind just approving whatever songs are in there? Because I'm having trouble. Like I'm going to manage, and like I can't see at the moment where to approve songs where it was quite obvious before. So Belgium is on the wheel. Oh, that's so awesome. Belgium.
Let's hit Belgium.
Oh, Main Records, wheel. I'm doing a new series of singers singing my songs. So, Philphine, I'm going to be looking for your stuff submitted through my website. You've been on it for the last few weeks. I've seen your name pop up all over the place. I love seeing you here every week. Where are you from? Philphine, if you get there, where are you actually based out of? I'd be really curious. Already approved. Thanks, Sensu. Cool. What we'll do is I'll go to the wheel and we'll do a spin. So here's the spin. I'm going to refresh it. Hopefully it doesn't log me out, which it has logged me out before, and it's not logged me out here. Perfect. So the wheel. Okay, wheel. The sentient wheel. Oh. Cinematic Queen. There we go. Congratulations. We're going to play your song now.
The sky tore open, I was thrown aside. Breath collapsing, nowhere to hide. Every wall I built was swept away, caught inside the hurricane. You can't stand still when the storm pulls you down. You either break apart or learn to drown. Caught inside the hurricane, tearing through my blood, my veins. Every fear, every chain, ripped apart in the the streets were rivers I could barely stand. Lightning carved the truth through my hands. No control, no shelter, only pain. Caught inside the hurricane. I was lost when the storm came down. Silence, I finally breathe. The storm inside can't bury me. Still caught inside the hurricane. Caught inside the hurricane, flaring through my blood, my veins. Every wound, every flame became my strength in the hurricane. I won't fall, I won't fade. I'll rise inside the hurricane.
So I just want to correct myself. Phil Fine. I swore it was Phil Fiend. Doesn't it look? Doesn't it look? I apologize, especially how supportive Phil Fine's been to me every single week. But you know, how was I to know? Thank you for that, dude. That song. I just want to talk about how the difference between like when we started either Suno 3.0, 3.5 up until now, because this is an example how I'm assuming Suno is would people tend to agree with me that this song was Suno? Is that probably?
I would say so.
Yeah. The difference over the last year and a half has been like night and day. Like I think I've mentioned before, I've had my wife listen to my songs when I first started going. She goes, "I can't listen to it. It's too tinny. It's ridiculous. It's terrible." I'd be like, crying, but it's pretty good, but now like the vocals and stuff, like when they're shouting, even I've done some live stuff and you go, it's so good. I don't know what's going to come after 4.5 plus. The guys at Suno were continuing. Some of the people at Suno considered 4.5 plus to probably be 5. Apparently there was an internal conversation about it, whether it could be, whether it was like a full release, but like the vocals here are so clear, like everything's becoming clear,
Yeah, and that's one of the things that really the early complaints about AI music was it just wasn't emotion in it, right? And now with 4.5 plus, 4.5 and 4.5 plus, I'm noticing that the vocals have greatly improved. There's more emotion. There's more the micro notes, the breathing, it's feeling much less AI and more personal.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I like that track. I thought that was good. I got a real Linkin Park, Faith No More vibe out of that. Um, I would have liked after the verses dropped a little heavier, coming right out of that, but honestly, it was well done. I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it too. Let's talk about commercial viability. These sort of songs, right? As the songs are not being AI and stuff like that. And I think I mentioned in the last one, and I'm still curious to know the feelings on like is some like the idea is, I guess we all have the impression that the industry itself wants to bet on something safe, but I guess if you go into AI, you're already not betting on something safe anyway. You're already taking a chance that an AI musician or someone who's creating AI music would even be part of the like people would invest in that or buy that or stream it, and whether you'd be successful if you're sort of recruiting that sort of area. So would they double take a chance on genre? Would they want to play a genre that's plays, or would they want to go, this is totally different, we're going to go from 80s glam rock to grunge, some that sort of switch? What's your feeling on that? Like, this is on its own commercial, like there's an audience for this type of music in that genre.
Absolutely.
Do you think they're going to go for something that's already proven, or do you think they're going to go for something that's Eurovision weird?
Well, you could do something that's already proven. You just have to do it well, to gain that traction or that attention. You things are cyclic; they come back all the time. You are right. I mean, the studios like to what they call to promote known quantities or known entities, things that they previously had hits with. Well, let's try it again. Let's try it again. Let's try it again until we beat it to death. That's why you see Rod Stewart and Elton John still putting out albums. And when their music is just not quite as fresh as it used to be, just because they're constantly trying to reinvent the wheel. Something like this, yeah, I could see, especially this is very cinematic track. I could see some sync with this, something on a show, a commercial. There's commerciality available with that type of a track still.
Yeah. Yeah, cool. Bite Size AI. Yeah, the link to submit your songs is in the description. It's on Sensu and Timus um, AirPlay. AI Play that they've developed. So we're just sort of supporting their application for the spinning wheel. Giorgio Ross, crisp but 4.5 plus without right instructions, using a lot of belting techniques on vocals. First off, Giorgio, shout out where you're actually writing that comment from. This is our European time zone friendly episode, so I'm really pumped to hear some Europeans. Oh, also, you mentioned your Scottish background, Scott.
Yeah.
I've got so many backgrounds, man. I guess my father's side is French and my mother's side's Polish. I grew up obviously in America. That French part migrated to French speaking parts of Canada, so I guess I got that as well. And now I'm in Australia. Funnily enough, like as far as like my European Polish connection, my cousin, who's also half Polish, gravitated. He's half Irish, half Polish, living around Boston. So very Irish influenced around his that side of the family, but ended up like speaking Polish, and now he's the head coach of the Polish lacrosse team. So every once in a year when they do their World Cup in lacrosse, he goes over there and I get a whole. I should have worn my Polish lacrosse top. The missed opportunity there. But there's that connection. I don't think we have any Polish submissions in here.
Darn.
And I see no French. I don't see a lot of French or Polish stuff. I get Spanish, German, Swedish. I get some Dutch stuff. Man, I want to see a whole bunch of European stuff come through. I just love the variety of stuff.
Just for fun, a while back. I mean, a side note. I wrote a song with a chorus in Gaelic. Ooh. And Suno absolutely picked it up, and it sang it amazingly. And Gaelic is not necessarily a pretty language, but sang the chorus is just amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Ooh, that would be interesting with the. I was gonna say weird, but that's not appropriate. Odd spellings of people's names in Gaelic, if it would pronounce them as they're spelled out, or as like Neve is spelled like Nimaha. I wonder if it would, like, if you put that in the thing, if you'd have to spell it out in Gaelic, if it would pronounce that. That's an interesting thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And not being a speaker of Gaelic myself, I wouldn't know if it's right or wrong, but it sounded good. So.
Well, so Georgia, we're sitting there talking about Poland, and Giorgio's saying from Warsaw.
Wow. Silent Cougars from Scotland's represented. Silent Cougar.
All right. Well, I'm going to gravitate more towards Giorgio because half my family's from Poland.
Polish.
So from now on, this whole focus is going to be on Giorgio. But Giorgio was saying how in 4.5 plus, you can over. I think Giorgio was saying you can over stimulate with the tags, and then it can get overly impactful.
Yeah, I mean, I've experienced that sometimes because I like to do. I've cut back on my prompting a little bit, but I used to be highly detailed in my prompting. And what I've kind of discovered is that Suno gets confused if there's just too much information in there. And it generally focuses on the first couple hundred characters when it gets that in the style box. Yeah, sometimes it just doesn't pick up right if you too much information in there.
Yeah.
I like
just hit that create button 800 times; it'll get it right at some point.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I like to prompt in the meta tags too, and I find that real beneficial. So,
I think a lot of us that have been around since the earlier versions of Suno just like to tag the shit out of it. And I think you should. Like I think tagging the shit out of it's the way to go. And like I mentioned, like I had that interview with CyberZen, and like he said, the original genre thing, you had so many characters and you couldn't do as many things with it as you wanted to do. But then you just realize, wait, I can make up for all that in the song by putting stuff in brackets. It's not going to sing that basically says, and And I don't know if Suno themselves picked up that people were starting to do that a lot more, and therefore known that people want to get specific things out of songs and not leave things up to chance. I'm sure that was intuitive anyway, that they would have known that. But you can be very specific in what you want to do with songs, with the tags, and I think that's what we're seeing now, is people able to get a lot more robust songs because you can actually build it and not have it sort of guess what you want to do. You used to get you can get really lucky in some of the older versions, but after 100 iterations of the one song, and now 2 iterations of the one song might be all you need if you tag it properly.
Exactly. I'm finding that right now, if you look at my Suno account, I've got 5 days before I renew, and I've still got 1,100 credits left. Just because I had to re-roll my my prompts or my songs a lot less. I'm getting to where I want to be a lot sooner.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I almost hit a panic now. Like I'll go, oh, well, that can't be right. It sounds perfect, these first 2 iterations. I'm just going to have to keep going. And often those first 2 end up being the best ones now, which was completely unheard of a year ago.
Yeah, exactly. I'll regenerate 3 or 4 times, and a lot of times I'll go back to one of the first ones that popped out.
Yeah. I just want to apologize also. My dogs, I got the door closed, but my dogs obviously found something interesting outside, and they're making a bit of noise. So if that's being picked up on camera, just know I love my dogs. I just don't love that they're barking right now. I love my dogs. I'm going to go pet them now. My dogs are awesome. Actually, let me just talk a bit for a second. I'm just going to get this cool link that you can all go to and check out my dogs.
Okay.
Actually, what I'll do is I'll bring up the spinning wheel, and then you can see a picture of my dogs. So I'll bring this up here. Sensu, if you get a chance, can you approve all those songs for me? I will bring up the wheel. Bring it up here and manage. I'm going to refresh as well, and I'll bring it over and we'll play another song. Here's the wheel, the sentient wheel. Ooh, it's done a couple spins. All right. Ooh, it's got a video with it. Cool.
Cut the cord. Now my heart is
Dead Weight by Netak. Netak.
I love that. That so much energy, so much energy, and when you can put that energy when it translates to your audience, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Reminded me a lot of a band, Dead Sarah, and the singer from Dead Sarah is the singer for Linkin Park, now replaced Chester. That female screamo voice is just nice. I really appreciate it. A lot of energy, a lot of emotion in that.
So just shout out. Where's Seed Attacks? Sorry for explicit lyrics. Sorry. Yeah, sorry.
Oh,
Warning explicit lyrics. There, said it. Natak, just shout out where you're watching from. I'd be interested. Could be from New York. We'll call it York in that case. Regular York. It's funny, like I grew up in this town called Munson in Massachusetts, which is right next to Holland, Massachusetts. So there's my connection as well. I grew up next to Holland.
France. Nice.
It's not like it's around there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so with this song, like, and again, like, what this project that I'm doing, I love because this genre, this particular, I like metal and I like rock and all this stuff. The screaming sort of metal, I've never really got into, but because the volumes and volumes of stuff that I listen to now, I have like an appreciation for stuff that's good. And then I also go like Midnight Mike X is commenting in there about how it's his stuff. And sometimes I will be well aware because like I said, I've listened to so many people's music and I have people in the back of my mind. Sometimes I think, I know this song's really good and I know these 5 people, if I feature it, will love this song. And if this song came across my feature through the website, and I thought I would definitely feature this one, and it'd be like, I know these people and a percentage would love this song. It was quality done. The lyrics, yes, they're explicit. I don't care. I'll play some explicit stuff from time to time, but I thought it was fantastic as well. I have nothing negative to say about this one,
Mm-hmm.
And I think this type of music is really good at getting people's feelings out too.
Mm-hmm. When you get to that screaming, I mean that's just not. You can't just do that. You got to have some emotion. You got to have some buildup behind that to get that out of you. And I think there's really some emotion. You can feel that in those choruses in that song.
So did you mention that Nedak said from France? Is that what you were saying?
France.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was talking. I was going to let it slide because I said, from Holland. And then you said from France. And I was like, okay, no, I'll let that one slide. I'll talk to you after. So you're specifically saying the attack was, yes. Okay, cool.
Yes. In the chat. Yeah.
Shout out to France. And our French Canadian friends out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So we'll consider that a Eurovision submission. So curious out there, like we've been talking in the background, me and some of the guys about doing some sort of Eurovision type thing going on, just things that are Eurovisiony. Like me and Dom, some of the other guys that we're talking in the background about different projects that we might want to run. Who'd be interested in doing like a song competition that's aligned with Eurovision where you're competing for your country? We're not sure exactly how we'd sort of do it. USA could be involved in it too. We don't care. I don't know. You get comments or hearts or something. Upload, have the AI sing in your voice. You can. Bite-size AI, you can have AI pick up on your voice. A few people have sort of spoken to it in some of the interviews I do. You can upload your own voice, sing to it or whatever, and Suno will pick up on it. You can do a persona that will sing in your voice. Dr. No, yes, sign me up. Alice Tanner Music, sign me up. Damn, game, interesting idea. Thing is, we couldn't call it Eurovision, though, could we? It'd have to be like Europe Site or something. It'd have to be the Temu version of Eurovision.
I'm definitely down for something like that. We talked about it before, whether we do like what will we say? Whose line is it? Is it anyway? Or Iron Chef competition.
Oh, Iron Chef, how good
Or
would that be? But that's the
here,
kind of
your
query.
prompt, your lyrics have to mention a potato, and it has to be a metalcore song.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell
You
you
got
what, like
20
that's
minutes.
such a good example. Like when you're talking about Iron Chef, that's such a good, just that that little quirky bit that makes it fun. That's what
Exactly.
Eurovision is, and it's very very similar. That quirky little bit. AI music vision, I like it.
There you go. Absolutely.
So Tim
I'll
is
get to
saying
work on that
the
logo.
last track is from Netak.
Attack.
I might be butchering some of your names, but I can only read it as I see it, and ChatGPT is not going to help me. So that's the way it is. And Midnight Mike, thanks for mentioning that you are a Praise Be Vinyl follower as well. I have another label out now. That actually was my original label, but I sort of let it die, but I'm letting it come back, which is Dagwood Gypsy. Look it up on Suno.
Oh, nice.
It's a cool project I'm doing that's outside of satire. I'm trying to play with like live 70s psychedelic rock, long play musical parts. I try to imagine if I was at a concert back in the 70s, which I missed all of that because I was born in 1975. So I didn't get to see any of that stuff. So I'm trying to recreate it because I like to hear it. So check that out too, which I don't normally like to promote my own stuff, but Midnight Mike mentioned my stuff. So I'll just do a little promotion there.
There you go.
Yeah, that's good. Cool. Apparently I got Natak's pronunciation right. That's perfect. Cool. Nice. So commercial viability of something like this, like it's spot on. Like it's just it's what I would expect to hear if I was asking for that genre on Spotify. There's nothing for me that would seem odd.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's definitely commercial. Spotify, I'd want to get that on a playlist or something.
Yeah, let me jump on that actually. Let me jump on that. So I just did a video about how to get on playlists, specifically a particular playlist. And when you submit, and you'll see that video in the next couple of weeks coming out. But long story short, you have to. The one that I put through doesn't heavily lean on AI to make it, and it was a really good song with that Dagwood Gypsy, and the person said it's great, it's perfect, I love it, but I don't allow AI music to be on my playlist. But keep going, it's really good stuff. So, you may want to find out which people that approve to be on their playlists ahead of time will take AI music, because those credits cost. Like, it costs money to submit to the playlist if you're doing it on the good ones. So, this song you might submit, it might be fantastic, but might get on some playlists, but wouldn't on others if you're being open about being on AI.
Yeah, make sure you're submitting to the right playlist, and don't take the shotgun approach and just send it out to everybody. Be more targeted, and you'll get a better response. Yeah, for sure.
I wonder if we could make a list. That'd be an interesting thing to engage in the community and find out which people who builds playlists are AI music friendly.
Yeah, build a database or something that we could have a reference to.
That's not a bad idea at all. I'm glad I thought of it. But we're talking about commercial viability of stuff. That playlist stuff gets you plays, and that's what makes you money on Spotify. So you don't want to lose a whole bunch of money submitting to people that aren't going to take your music anyway because it's AI. So let's find out the ones that are happy to take it, and then we'll publish who those are. I think that's something we might do.
Absolutely.
Yeah, cool.
Just reading the chat.
DAW works. I'm
DAW
clueless.
works.
Let's see. I thought they didn't approve of AI anymore, or like super picky. So damp. Some people that curate playlists will. Yeah. So Sinzu's saying you can make your own playlist, but there's people with playlists that put out playlists that have got like 10 and 20,000 subscribers that are commonly. People will listen to their playlist. You make your own, you're going to get 5 people listening to that playlist. But if you get people that are known that curate really well, people depend on those people curating really good playlists, and they get a lot more plays, which means your song's going to be played a lot more.
Absolutely. Yep.
Have you had any luck with getting on playlists?
You know, I have not. I'm right at the stage where when you and I first talked months ago, I was working on a grunge album, and I'm right now. I've got the tracks already. I'm entering my distribution where I'm not really familiar with distribution as it is now, so I'm looking for distribution and how to get it onto some of these streaming platforms. So that's where I'm at with that. And so in my learning phase or stage, that's where I'm at. I'm at the business side now. I've got the tracks. Now I need to do the business.
We'll help you get that. I'm curious, actually. Me and CyberZen had a conversation as part of our interview, and now CyberZen is getting his shit up on Spotify. I actually play it in the car all the time. I love it. There's actually 3 albums that he's got out there. I'd be curious to know how well he's doing, because it's probably been about a month to see how it's going. I'd love to.
Yeah, absolutely.
Midnight Mike that's the name of one of my characters. That I'm just leading through some of the comments here. Can make our own Spotify playlist. Yeah, so Praise Be Vinyl has a Spotify playlist that's community created, also a YouTube playlist, and Dom from AI Music Society, which, by the way, go check out AI Music Society. It's a fantastic community. Most of the people here are probably already in it. I always told Dom I'll cross promote that. That's awesome. But he's asked me to put a playlist of my videos on his stuff, and I can curate that. I just haven't sort of had time to do that. So let me just get in the chat. I want to play at least one more song. We've got at least 19 minutes till we hit the 2 hours. I like to go 2 hours because it's a lot of fun.
Yep.
And I like the sentient wheel. It's awesome. Let me just have a look here.
I love the wheel, and kudos to the guys that built it.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Sensu and Teemeth. They're just like, and it's not a half at like you know, like sometimes people make their own app and it looks like the app's been made in the 80s, even though it was only made last week. Like this one's a pretty app, and it's functional, and they're constantly adding things in. I'd be curious if they're doing that on their own, like the process. I'm gonna have a chat with them. The process of that, like, are they developers? I'm pretty sure Sensu is, but how they're sort of going through that process, be an interesting conversation.
Yeah, just amazing. I mean, skills I don't have, and I appreciate those that do have them. So.
Yeah, cool. I'm gonna get to the sentient wheel. It's a sentient wheel today, so that's marked. I'm gonna do a refresh. I'm assuming Sensu's done that. I'll hit refresh on that one, and then we'll see what awesome songs are coming up to play.
Let's bring on the Eurovision.
Yes, we've been pretty lucky. Like a lot of stuff's from Europe. Like I know we have people tuning in from all over, which is awesome. But I'm really keen to hear what's getting out of you, especially Europe. Seeing you have a specific focus on it, we can ask that. Let's see. What do we want to? Maybe we should almost have a spin on what country. But God, that would get complex, and I'm just not into complex when doing this. Let's see. We'll go wheel. One spin this time, but last time, riders for this is Lady Nyx is a known. Here we go.
Let's ride. I see you. Put your legs on my mind. I see you. You're the mysterious kind. Now I want you. You're far too rich, but I need you. And it's your heart on the seat. I saw you. Now come take my hand. You're the one type. The type of a man. You see now that I'm your new wife, but maybe we're just riders for life. Riders for life. Riders for life. We take to the road. The moon. Riders for life, riders for life. Through the valleys and peaks, we take flight. Our hearts beat wild like a runaway train. Two souls on a path where love knows no pain. Riders for life till the end of the line. With stars above and fadeaways intertwined, we'll ride that storm with wild hearts in the fight. Together forever, we're riders for life. Riders for life.
Riders for Life. That classic. You still listening? Yeah, cool. So I'll just say on this
Yeah.
one, this is what's cool about AI music, right? One of the cool things, like I think about the original Warcraft game that came out, Warcraft 2 before World of Warcraft, and I remember watching the cut videos and I'm going, wow, that nothing can ever be as beautiful as watching these orcs on this boat come across the channel and landing. This is the highest of technology that can ever happen, right? And then you watch stuff now, and for some reason, like, it is the most amazing thing. And now when that song came out, and that was like the top tier of Suno. Unfortunately, like, some of our stuff doesn't age that well with the audio, right? So you could hear a little bit of twingy in that. I when that first came out, that was the Warcraft stuff. I was going, this is one of the most awesome songs I've heard today, and beautiful, and the imagery was fantastic, right? And the song is still good. I reckon if that song is redone, it would be even better, because Suno's totally cleaned up the audio parts of it. Your take on that?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's gonna give a little more depth in the vocals, I think, and punch up the melody, the music. But again, I love that. The video that went along with that was exceptional, and I am Wolfpack Records, so anytime I see wolves chasing a motorcycle, I'm like, yeah, let's do this. You know.
I don't know if you saw there was.
I
I think there was an Eiffel Tower in there as well. So
yeah, there was Eiffel Tower, Egyptian pyramids. We were all over Europe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed that song. It's a really good video with that, and the song has potential. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a Lady Nix fan, like, and I still do come back to that song from once in a while. Like, sometimes I'll go through and I'll replay things that I've featured before. I was actually surprised to see it come up there, because this one was one I featured, I don't know, maybe 7 months ago, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So yeah, it's a
yeah.
good song.
I mean, it's all.
Ooh.
But I got a ton of credits there. And one of the things I'm doing, I'm going back through a lot of my older songs and regenerating them up to 4.5 plus, you know, and tweaking and remixing things, because it's just an improvement. So it's a good way to burn the credits.
Can you do that to 4.5 plus now? Because I've only been able to remaster stuff to 4.5. I'd actually be curious in the conversation here.
Yeah, you know, what I came across is it says, you know, remaster 4.5 plus is what it said, but you click on it and it remasters it to just 4.5. So I've gone in and I've just done covers instead to get it under 4.5 plus.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Right. Yeah. Because when I remaster, I'm just curious what other people are doing. I'm wondering if people are remastering their old stuff. Because I know I've talked to people in interviews that say, like, they'll just go home. But then how many times you remaster? Like, I've redone my Epic Collab song like 3 times. So, like, every time you get it, because I love that song. Like, I know it's not the most epic song in a way it kind of is because it's the epic collab song. But I remaster it every time to see if it's going to be better. And for some reason, I like the original version the best. So I stopped. And some people have thousands of songs. So you're going to remaster your thousands of songs. It'd be interesting what Zanzibar has to say about that, because Zanzibar seems to have an unlimited amount of songs. I think it says infinity on published songs.
Yeah, I mean, I started out 3.5, and I've got everything that I have that I consider sort of finished at 4.0. Sometimes, try to remaster at 4.5 or 4.5 plus. I still like the 4.0 version better, since they've gotten away from the shimmer with 4.0. But it just depends on the song, I think. And how it comes out. Like you told me one time, Suno will do what Suno wants to do, and so maybe the original was better. So it's you're the artist, you're the creator. It's up to you.
Yeah. Zanzibar released 6.5 videos a day. Yeah, I don't doubt that. Looks like a lot of people are doing that with remastering covers. But it looks like Timistry was saying there's a bit of technical work that goes into it, so people are doing it.
Yep.
But how much of your catalog can you do? Like, maybe you just pick your favorite songs. Like I said, some people have a lot of stuff out there. Hey, we got 9 minutes left, so I want to see if I can fit a couple more songs in here. Because that's like, people want to hear their songs, right?
Yeah, I got my fingers crossed for an Alice Tanner. So
for an Alice Tanner. All right. Well, Alice Tanner does come up a lot in the conversation. Always here. That don't blame me if your song's not played. This wheel has but actually, if you're gonna blame anybody, blame Sinsu and Teemuth. It's their fault. If your song doesn't get played, directly message them about your feelings. Let me just see here. Also, Sinsu, could you do me a favor and just approve all those songs? Thanks. Let's see. I'll do a refresh here. Let's see. Timistry will do. I'm guessing that's in the hate email. All right. How many songs? Does it say how many songs? There's a lot of songs submitted. Yeah, cool. It's a big list. Lander does a good job. You get a mastering plugin for your DAW. Cool. All right, cool. Hopefully, hopefully nothing. We'll just hope it's a good song, which it will be. Let's see here. The Spinny Wheel. I've heard Audio Divergent before. Here we go.
Come near, your cold stare won't stop, burning us to the ground, burning us to the ground.
There you go. I just thank you, Silent Cougar, for helping me out. Naples is South Florida. It's European. Yes, thank you for that.
Naples. Yeah.
I didn't know there was a Naples, Florida. So we'll try to align those things best we can. So thanks to Shadow from the Tomb. I like that one. Just we're getting a lot of rock today.
Yeah, I like that. That was nice classic rock. Just give a shout out real quick. There's a couple of groups on Facebook that I really like. DOMS is one, AI Music Society. There's also AI Music Fight Club, well moderated group and competition, and they're doing a 80s style AI Fight Club right now. So if you got an 80s style song, like I think that would fit like late 80s. You know, the I think the entry date is September 1st. Again, that's nice rock vibe, hook, guitar instrumental hook right at the beginning, good vocals, just solid rock tune.
Yeah, I love it. And again, I hate to go back to talking about Suno and all that stuff, but I found prior to 4.5, I struggled with like 80s rock, plugging it in and getting good quality stuff. So now it's good. Apparently there's a video version of this song out too. But yeah, whatever link that you provide, you get to provide one song as part of the smart wheel that we've got, the sentient wheel. The sentient wheel. You get one per episode. I'm going to be doing another episode tomorrow with Dom, and we'll be spinning up some more sounds there. But yeah, if you want to have your video one, just make sure that's the one you submit. Also, that being said, I'm going to actually, well, why don't I do my call to action now too? So after this, within the next 24 hours, I'll take all the songs that played, or I'll just do the playlist of all of them that you've submitted. I'll put the link there. So if you want to listen to any of those songs that you can, subscribing and thumbsing up this live helps me a lot. So if you want to support that, or if you want to make a donation here or down below, I got a PayPal link. If you want to buy a shirt, that'd be awesome too. The shirts don't make me a lot of money, but I just get a little bit of like giddy joy out of thinking that my shirt's out there in the world and people are wearing them. So that's pretty cool too. What else was I going to say? Oh, and so the charity I support, the John Fawcett Foundation, I'm just going to keep talking about that one a little bit more. As my videos go on, I support the John Fawcett Foundation that does eye surgery, cataract surgery out in Indonesia. One of the dreams, someone asked me like what I want to do overall with this channel, and one of my big dreams is in supporting that charity. Love Heart Travel are the ones that actually support John Fawcett Foundation and taking larger donations and then physically bringing people to Indonesia to see the work that happens at John Fawcett. Because you have to have goals, right? And things that I want to do. And one of the things I want to accomplish is taking a group of people from the AI music community and going out and doing that, like going to Indonesia. I've done it before, but I'd like to go with a group of people here. You go out there, it's a few days long. I think they do 2 days, one overnight in some part in Indonesia. It's different parts, usually at least 4 or 5 hours out of Bali at least. But you can spend some time in Bali while you're there too. So I just wanted to do those calls to action. I appreciate you all, but I need to talk about the charity too, because if I don't, then they won't get that support, which I've raised hundreds of dollars through this channel for the John Fawcett Foundation. It's one of the things I'm proud of, and I'm proud of this community for giving in that way. So thank you to everybody that supported me and everybody that supported John Fawcett. Hopefully you go there and check out the website and watch some of the videos. It's life-changing for them, but it was completely life-changing for me in the way that I could connect to people and I see what people are going through and in the way that they appreciate stuff. So thanks for that. Because we're getting close to the end, I thought I'd plug that now too. So I'm going to play 2 more songs. The first one is going to be a random spinning wheel thing. The second one is 2. I always give away a free t-shirt as the lead out. So the very last song will be a t-shirt. Do you have anything to say, Scott, before we get on with the next spinning wheel song?
No, I mean, I love the sentient wheel, and just, man, I love this community. I'm always jazzed to be here, and it's always a letdown the day after. So I'm looking forward to my AI DIY hangover tomorrow. All good. Let's spin that wheel.
Well, so I'll be totally hungover in 2 days' time, because after
Yeah.
this, in a couple hours, I'm going to be going to that song competition, the Suno song competition. They wanted me to comment on some of that stuff, so I'll be there during that live. And then tomorrow for Dom, I'll be doing the value of AI music and community with Dom.
You are
And it'll be
a busy
another
man.
2-hour session. I'm not trying to over content stuff, but I like hanging out with people. So that's just going to happen. But what we can do is I want to mark this as played. Mark played. It doesn't. Oh, there we go. Marked. Cool. And I'll go back over. We'll play one more. We'll play a song, and then we'll play a song for. We'll lead out with the T-shirt. Cool. Get out of here. I'm gonna do a refresh just in case. All right. Odds say this is going to be rock, but let's find out. I did the backwards spin thing, a little bit of excitement. Oh, I don't think this is going to be rock. Soul. Oh, this is going to be so good.
Sometimes it feels like I've been running this race barefoot, while they start in shoes, but I keep running. Cause these callous feet still carry me further. For the dawn, carrying the weight, still I keep moving on. They had a head start, I had to pave my way, brick by brick, sweat by sweat, every single day. Silent rules they never had to say. Work twice as hard just to get half the pay, but I lace my courage, wear it like my crown. Can't stop me now, I won't lay down. I've been running this race barefoot while they start in shoes, but the rhythm in my soul keeps me breaking through. But my spirit won't bend to their will. Won't bend. Still I ride. Won't bend. Still I shine. They don't see the battles I have to fight. Every no I've turned into light. They don't know the prayers whispered at night, or the dreams I hold hidden out of sight. But my roots run deep in sacred ground. My voice is thunder, it's a healing sound. No shortcuts, no golden keys, still I carve my name in history. I've been running this race barefoot while they start in shoes, but the rhythm in my soul keeps me breaking through. If the mountain's twice as high, I will climb it, still work twice as hard. But my spirit won't bend to their will. Why must I carry double the load? Cause the fire inside can't be controlled. Why must I walk this winding road? Cause my story was written in gold. Yeah, they gave me no map, but I made my own path. Yeah, they shut the doors, but I built my own house. Yeah, they said I was too much, but never enough. And still here I stand. spirit won't bend. No, my spirit won't bend to their will. Won't bend. Keep on running higher, stronger. Can't stop me now. Won't bend. Keep on running higher, stronger. Can't stop me now. Won't bend. Keep on running higher, stronger. Can't stop me now. Won't bend. Keep on running higher, stronger. Can't stop me now. Won't bend.
Well, it looks like it had a natural pause at 4:52, so we'll go with that.
I like that. Nice beat. Just smooth. Yeah, it's gonna be a late night radio song.
I could listen to a playlist of that like on go. It looks like Silk Vinyl has a lot of stuff. I'm gonna have to follow up on this one actually.
Mm-hmm.
Really good
So
stuff.
I'm gonna go grab the channel and subscribe.
Yeah,
I
good
love that.
visuals too. Like consistent. I'll just bring this back up. I'll just go screen and me. Yeah. The visuals on this too, like consistent thumbnails. Just really cool. That's out there.
Nice.
So yeah.
Really nice.
So look, I'm so chill now because of that. But I love that stuff. It's different. So I haven't seen Silk Vinyl Soul come up in the chat, so it must have been submitted pre-show or was there before. So let's just say that Silk Vinyl Soul is from the UK. So shout out to the UK because people have wanted someone in the chat. There's been a lot of saying, "Oh no one from the UK," and seeing Silk Road's not here to defend that, we'll just say, where in the UK? Where would we like Silk Vinyl Soul to be in the UK? Tell me in the chat where specifically.
I'm thinking south London. Some club, jazz club.
That makes sense. This is the sad thing. This is my sad truth. I've traveled a lot of places in the world, right? The very first place I've ever wanted, I said to my mother one time, like when I was a kid, I said, there's so many places in the world, and I feel really sad that there's going to be places I never get to. And the place I wanted to go, Bristol, there you go, Scotland here. Yet you're still in the UK. We've mentioned Scotland's got a bit of love already. I've not been to Europe, man. We were planning on going to Europe in September. This year we were going to go to. I was going to check out Rome because I'm doing a lot of reading about Roman history. It's so interesting, man. So interesting. But we ended up not going just for a few reasons. We got a few things going on September, October. Plus, I'm going to be making a trip out to Boston next week. And I might try to do a catch up in Boston next week, but I've not been to Europe. It's the saddest thing that I have going for me is the place I've wanted to go mostly. Like I'm freaking living in another country. I've been all through Central and South America. I've been through several countries in Asia. I've been through, all over Australia. The place I wanted to go most when I was a kid, and I still really want to go to, is Europe, and I've never been. Have you ever been to Europe before?
No, I haven't. I've been to Germany. I was in Frankfurt.
Yeah, there you go.
For a couple of days, but I really wanted to get Ireland, Scotland, and do that tour myself.
Dude, I always wanted to go to France, especially the south of France. Mm-hmm. Cities don't interest me as much as they used to. I'd love to go to London because I imagine old pubs and stuff, and I want to get caught up when they're playing soccer. I'll say, this is a European show. When they got some football matches on.
Football.
Yeah, when we got some football matches on, I really want to be in a small pub with people that are over the top into football, and and I want to drop the IT crowd lines you believe that ludicrous display last night? Is like they're trying to back it in. that ludicrous display last night. So yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to go to Europe.
Definitely.
South of France is
Yeah,
nice.
it's on my bucket list. Definitely.
Dude, well, after we go to John Fawcett Foundation trip over in Indonesia, we'll swing by Scotland and Europe. Leeds have the best fans in the world. I'm looking for the worst fans. Detour soundscape. I'm looking for the most single focus. All other teams suck beside myself. I don't know if you watch. Well, everybody probably watch Welcome to Wrexham at this point, and I've had a lot of exposure to sporting clubs here in Australia, so I kind of get the context of growing up with that club being what the town is all about and part of the identity, and I want to be in a place. In London, where that football club is your complete identity, and you're having a whole bunch of pints, and I just want to be there and have people tell me how great their football club is. I just want to experience that more than anything, I guess.
That would be awesome. I hear fans of Manchester United are quite territorial.
Yeah. I don't want to say too much, but I mean, you look at this. Part of I think football's like awesomeness is the grind that the lower clubs have, and with that identity and just hanging on and never really happening. I think Manchester United hasn't felt that for a long time. West Ham, and it's funny I mentioned the IT crowd because they specifically mentioned West Ham, and every time I see West Ham now, I can't get that out of my head. West Ham. Who do you support? West Ham. He looks at a ham. West Ham.
Yeah, West Ham.
He had no idea any football clubs. Cool. So what we'll do, I'll mark this one as played. I love that one. That's going to definitely be one that I revisit. Mm-hmm. And now I will. Who's up for winning a T-shirt? Now the rule regarding the last song it has to be someone that's here still in the chat. The very first time I gave one away, luckily, like that person had gone, but luckily we had a line to that person. I knew how to contact that person. I don't want to go through the process of trying to track that person down if they're not in the chat and I don't know who they are. So, bug. Got a mosquito in here. Anyway, so I'm going to spin the wheel. You'll win a T-shirt. It's going to be, I've been featured on AiDIY. I'll donate $20 if my song hits. I'll play your song then, Maine. Just play first.
Pay to play.
Pay to play. We'll do a special pay to play segment. So you have to be here. I'll play it, and I'll reach out to you, and you'll get your shirt. It'll be one of the black ones. But if you want to get one of the white ones, just let me know. But the black ones are my song's been featured on AiDIY. If you want to buy one of those shirts, that'd be fantastic too. I love when people buy them. But you have been featured if you've been playing the live, so it's not just make sure that all songs are done. They will be done. Professor Jack is going to pay $50. Get to me in our weekly Professor Jacket. I'll see if I can extract $50 off you a different way. All these promises of money, just drop all the donations and we'll see what happens. Actually,
get a T-shirt.
Yeah, get a T-shirt. It's funny. Like when my daughter, when she did it when she was really young, it's sort of a joke now. But when she says she wants something, I just say, I promise. But I don't specifically promise what it is. So now she just goes, "You promise nothing." So I'm gonna get up on the wheel. We'll lead out. So that'll be the end. I'll play the song. We'll lead out. You win a T-shirt, providing again that you are here. I'll go to the spinning wheel. We'll lead out. Keep your OnlyFans money out of this, and I should probably put my OnlyFans link in there too. Very niche OnlyFans. Thanks everybody for submitting your songs. Again, all my call to action stuff that I said before. Always thanks Scott for being here and all the stuff the conversations that we have in the background. Scott was very instrumental in giving me the content that I had for the video that just went out about parody songs. Also, Zanzibar contributed a lot to that as well. A lot of that stuff may have been rebuked in somebody else's channel. but it's not legal advice. It's a conversation around the topic. I sort of stand by what I said, but very much in a way that I don't back myself, if that makes sense.
Yep. In my experience, I'm very confident about what I said. So
cool. Nice. So let's go to the browser. Check this out. I'm going to actually, what I'll do is I will refresh to make sure that all the new songs are loaded up. And we'll do a spinny spin. Oh, a double spinny spin. Those are the best. Show Suru. We'll go back to here. Is Show Suru here? Probably from the UK. Nobody submit a song from me. Let's see if Show Suru is here. Give a 5-second countdown in my head. Oh, you're here. Show Zero.
yeah.
Show Zero, where are you from? Where are you from before we play your song and you play it out? So just so you know, reach out to me at the website if I haven't had you already. Show Zero, where are you from? I'd like to know where you're from before I play this out. He is here. And won the last AI Music Fight Club. This will be good. Wisconsin. Oh. Is there anywhere that's European named in Wisconsin? Do you know of anything there, Scott?
Is there a Geneva, Wisconsin?
Geneva. We'll go with that then. Oh, you know who else is from Wisconsin? Our favorite AI Music Society person. There you go. All right, let's play that song out, and we'll play out. I haven't heard it. We'll see how it goes.
Robert was on his break, having a snack in his favorite nook, checking his phone and doom scrolling Facebook. Got a friend request, it's a new account for an old friend. Hit confirm, get a message.
Hey man, how you been?
Get to talking, says he needs some help moving funds. Will Bob offer help? Could Bob be the one? All he needs Bob to do is deposit a check and then pass it on. Says he needs to get the funds home to help his mom. Bro, it's a scam. I'm telling you, it's a scam. That ain't him, he ain't real. He's playing your emotions and how it makes you feel. There's a voice on the other end of the line. It's a choice, will you fall for it this time? Do you even know who you're actually talking to? Can you verify, what do they want you to do? Think about it, come on bro, use your brain. If you follow their directions, do they stand the game? Wendy's desperate, living from one paycheck to the next. Got some car repairs this month, it's more than she expects. Online, she found a company offering loans for bad credit, super low rates. She signs up in hopes to get it. Phone rings, we wanna log into your bank account online. We'll boost your credit with funds, you pay back real time. All she needs to do is head over to Walmart and scan a code. If anyone asks, she's paying back a friend money that she owed. I know you're desperate, but that's a verifiable con scheme. Call the loan company at their published number, you'll find out exactly what I mean. There's a voice on the other end of the line. It's a choice, will you fall for it this time? Do you even know who you're actually talking to? Can you verify, what do they want you to do? Think about it, take a minute, use your brain. If you follow their directions, do they stand the game? Tommy's got some extra money, he's interested in investing. Met a guy on a message board, they started talking and texting. The guy promises a 200% crypto return. Think about it, Tom, think how much you stand to earn. Send my friend a wire, send it straight to this account. We'll get it invested for you as soon as we have the full amount. What's weird is the name he has to send it to. Why is the name on the wire instructions Betty Sue? Come on, bro. That's an easy one to see. If you want to give money away, find yourself a local charity. It's a big bad world out there. So many monsters acting so sly. They steal and they don't like to share, and they lie. So just ask yourself, brain. If you follow their directions, do they stand to gain? Melody is out on the Insta chatting up a rando. That pic is sick, can I pay you to have it painted on a canvas? Says the check is for the image rights and to pay an artist. Kids out on the Instagram, they ain't always the smartest. Melody gets an email, the check looks like total trash. Deletes the email and reports the scammer. They ain't getting any of her cash. That's Internet 101. If it seems too good to be true, it is. That's a criminal trying to rob you. There's a voice on the other end of the line. It's a choice. Will you fall for it this time? Do you even know who you're actually talking to? Can you verify what do they want you to do? Think about it. Come on, bro, use your brain. If you follow their directions, do they stand to gain? Stay safe, skepticism is your best defense. Verify what you can, slow down and think about it.